My full name is Stephen DeFelice with an L in between for Lawrence. I'm a physician, a medical doctor, but I used to write medical books, but as I got older, as you can see, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Time flies, time flies. And I started writing novels and books about religion and novels, and then I got involved in this thing called the sexual revolution. The reason being, it's bigger than most people think. When I grew up, you couldn't even see a woman's knee. And it's tough being a woman these days. I hate to say it, I'm not supposed to say it. And it's about the doctor who says, I want to treat you, but I'm not comfortable with you. But she says, let's take drugs. And this is what's happening in our culture. We're becoming a culture, a drug-driven culture. And instead of going to therapists, more and more people are turning to drugs. This happens where he treats the woman, she insists on taking drugs in order to be open. She's not comfortable being sober, so to speak. And so he meets with her, he treats her and her girlfriend, who's strictly, the girlfriend's very interesting. The girlfriend was a normal sexual, heterosexual when she was young. When she became a teenager, she decided she was homosexual or a lesbian, and she left her boyfriend and she went to live with another woman. And then, this is a true story. A lot of it's true in this book. And as she got older, in her 20s, she had her girlfriends who were all married and had kids. She said, I'm missing out on something in life. I need a family, so she marries and she has kids. And then she's in her 30s, and I know this woman, by the way. She decides she wants to become a lesbian again. And she meets the woman in the book that the doctors treated, and that woman falls in love with her. And there are a bunch of drug scenes with another woman, etc., until the resolution, which I won't tell, right? Who is an expert on sex that you know? I don't know any experts on sex. I know that people know something about it, but how do you become an expert on sex? You have to participate in it, right? So you as a man have to make love to a lot of women, have to make love to a lot of men, and do menage a trois a lot of times to get a feel what it's really like. So the theory is this, that the brain has a lot of fantasies, sexual fantasies in it. Why? To encourage sex. Why? To produce kids. Why? Evolution, to propagate the race. So the brain is overloaded with sexual fantasies that stimulate the male and the female to make love, to produce babies. But a lot of them are bad, as you're seeing today. They're all let loose. Who should read this book? That's a good question. It's about everything. In other words, I'm looking around, have this expo here. 80% are women. Men don't read. You name it. Who's not interested in reading about sex? I haven't met anybody. But let's say elderly woman, young woman to the elderly woman, broad-based. It's an easy read. It's a thin book. You can go through this in 5 hours, and it's a page turner. A woman told me that read the book that they can't wait to read it. See, it's a page turner, and they learned a lot.